You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go outside and clip flowers from the yard. You can get a tree branch. You can do whatever you want. It's a nice way to challenge yourself to bring something from nature inside the home without spending a lot of money or without making a whole big deal of it all. Hi, my name is Laurel St. Romain from Dead Flowers, a botanical design studio based in Brooklyn, New York. Today, I'll be sharing a few tips on how to design some flower arrangements using this vase from the collection. I'm going to give you a couple of tips to make it easy for you. I really like the peachy, orangey color of this vase. It's also kind of iridescent. It changes color depending on where the light is. The little curves in the bubble really give it a nice texture, and I think it can really be the focal point of the arrangement. You don't have to spend a ton of money to make this look great because the vase is kind of already doing that for you. I'm gonna start by making an arrangement with these beautiful orange roses that we found. All you need is a little bit of warm water to help you open up your roses. So you can use floral shears like this, or you can just use plain scissors that you have at home. I'm gonna start with them very low to the vase and just build up from there. You don't wanna have any leaves in the water because that creates a little bit of decay. It can be stinky and it can make your arrangement wilt and die a bit faster. You can stick them in warm water like this. And with your hands, you can kind of just fluff them open. You see how they get nice and full. For the next one, I'm gonna go a little bit taller because we're gonna build off of this single rose. And you don't have to think too much about it. I think, you can't really go wrong. Some people tend to overthink, and then you just end up being stressed out, which you don't want to do when you're flower arranging. Asymmetry is really beautiful when you're arranging. I sort of like to have a base and then build out to one side. This is something I would maybe put on an end table because it has a little bit of height and drama, and I think that would look really nice as an accent. So I really like this because I think it's really fluffy on one side and then it kind of has this little outlier over here. This is a great arrangement for someone who may be a beginner, an asymmetrical arrangement that you could build easily using a single type of flower, be it a rose or a carnation or whatever's readily available to you. For our next arrangement, we're going to do more of a garden style arrangement. I think we're gonna need a little more stability for that because we're using a lot of different flowers with different stem weights. Some of the floral heads are a little bit heavier than others. So what I've done is I've created a grid using tape, just gift wrapping tape or any kind of tape you have at home. I've used 4 pieces here so that we can really control the structure of the arrangement and not have anything tipping over or falling out of place. I want to start with these ranunculus because they're just so beautiful. And you see, so the tape can really keep our flower within this little vicinity. It's not gonna move all the way to this side of the vase and you really get a lot of control. And the more stems you put in, the more of a grid you have at the bottom because the stems start interlocking with each other. It's nice to get some of these filler flowers in too, so you can really fill up your vase. Sometimes you're gonna wanna trim. This is a little bit big and fluffy, so you wanna just rip off some of the bottom pieces. And then it's always good to just spin it around and kind of see what you're doing. And don't worry about seeing the tape because at the end, you're probably not even gonna notice it. I'm making this one a lot smaller than the other two, just to get different depth perception and dimension. And I'm saving all the pieces that I'm taking off of these bigger fluffy stems because I'm gonna use them at the end to fill in these little sides so that you don't see any of that tape. So here's the base of our garden arrangement. And now we can just start filling it out with whatever we have to work with. The grid also really lets you control the height of stems. You can kind of pull them up or down and you see at the bottom, a grid is being created by all the stems that have been inserted, which is great. I like to pull the leaves off of tulips. It's not always popular opinion, but I do it. And then I come come in with one of these little alien-looking flowers that we were lucky enough to find at our little local flower shop. If you're one of those people who can't stand to see the tape, you can come in with all the little pieces that you saved and just kind of stick them right on the edge so they start to drip over. And now we have such a nice structure that you can keep adding flowers or taking them out until you're happy. And I think this is a great start for our English arrangement, little countryside arrangement. You don't always have to do something so extravagant, so big, such a production. For the next one, we're gonna just manipulate some flowers. So this is a reflexed tulip. It's very simple. You take the first leaves off the tulip, and then really gently, you go in and pull back each petal with your thumb in the middle to flip it over. Gently with your thumb, until the whole thing is reflexed. And it takes a flower that people see every day and puts it in a new light. A lot of people won't even recognize it as a tulip. Tulips are great too because they kind of flop over. They really have a mind of their own. Once they get into water, they kind of start moving all over. The way you put them in the first time is not the way they're gonna look in like 20 minutes, which is kind of cool. So that's really simple, really easy. Like I said, you can play with the height. You can make these smaller, you can make them taller. You can add some greenery in if that's your thing. You can keep it like that, or you can keep adding more tulips. You could also mix it up and maybe not reflex one of them. So like we did with the roses, we started doing asymmetrical and building them up taller. You can do that with this one. I really just kind of prefer it. It's two little tulips, just like that. I think it's just really nice and a really easy, simple way to make an arrangement that's not a whole production, and really you already have such a beautiful vessel that it doesn't really matter what you put inside of it. I hope you like this vase as much as I do, and I hope you're inspired to pick it up, go outside, and create something beautiful. I'm Laurel from Dead Flowers, and I'll see you soon.